Sober Bullshit. Let's stay lifted above all things. It's a power hour, sheesh, and we are going to talk about service today and how we can be of service to the community. But when we go out to eat, that's a service. It's like a luxury. And tipping is a part of service. So one of my pet peeves is like tipping at least 15% or higher, no matter where I go. So we're going to talk about service etiquette and when people come up to your table as a vendor or as cash register out when we're purchasing things in our daily lives. Are we courteous or are we rude son of a, people? Or are we polite and courteous and actually aware of the other person's duty, whether it's their job or not, keeping a smile on our face, how we present ourselves in our daily life and interacting with others. So it's a big deal. I feel like we should throw the bullshit aside and be blunt about how we interact with people. Definitely smiling is a positive and it's going to increase your endorphins. It's also going to make you feel wonderful. It's going to decrease your wrinkles and it's actually going to make you feel better. So we should all try smiling for at least, they say, so it's an actual study and it says if you smile for at least 15 minutes a day, it burns calories. So smiling can actually help you burn calories. It's only like 13 calories, but hey, get your smile on and those calories add up. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to smile. It's one of my things, no matter how you feel, smile, whether it's on the inside or out. Always try to smile. And especially when I see people on the streets, whether, whatever state, I smile, I speak, I say hello. And I notice sometimes you don't get that back. People look at you or they won't even say a word. Or sometimes you'll be at your table or you'll go out to purchase something and you're like, hello, can I get such and such, such and such? And the person totally ignores you. Or they walk up to the table and they're like, let me get this, or what do you have? And I'm like, well, how are you doing today? I mean, can you hear? Are you deaf, illiterate? Like, which one is it? Because it's just rude to ignore that someone is trying to greet and be courteous and actually acknowledge that you're a human being. So maybe you should just slow down, pump your brakes, drop the bullshit in your busy mind because it's really not that serious, and acknowledge the person in front of you, around you, beside you.
It starts at home. It
Yes.
starts at home. It has to be taught by the parents.
Yes, that is the key.
Early in life.
Early. So, and that goes into the next segment. What are we teaching our kids? It should be our duty to slow down throughout the day and try to be more nurturing and just break down certain concepts to your kids. So as they're maturing and interacting with other kids and people in school, they aren't snappy and rude and you aren't like, why do you have all these bad traits, when we aren't reflecting and looking at ourselves as people and the things that we do and we allow our kids to see us do, and then we shun them for pretty much emulating our horrible behavior. So that is definitely some bullshit that we could acknowledge and address within my life, and I'm pretty sure we all have different things that we can level up on and just being more aware of how we treat people and what we exhibit as character in and around our younger generations coming. So that's my little piece for today. And we are also going to talk about, if you're in the service industry and you go out And let's say you don't care for your food item or whatever you purchase. It is a way of speaking to the person, whether they're in charge or it's the server or the cashier, about your dispute. In the proper manner, anything can be fixed. And in customer service, the motto has been years and years that the customer is always right. But it's bullshit, because really customers take advantage of that when they're on the customer end, or when you're on the opposite end of the board. So they like to play victim, as we all fall in the category in some point of our lives. And we need to realize, like, who are we trying to cheat? Ourselves? The system? Like, what? Because we're screwing up someone's day being an asshole, or just trying to get free things. Like, you can get free things, cool, if it was really something wrong, but don't make problems or try to be difficult when you go out to restaurants with your server. And regardless, most of the time, the server is not in control. Like 100% of the time, the server is not in control of your food and how fast it comes out. They can only do their part as far as putting in the order correctly. In the kitchen and other parts of the restaurant, it's like a moving machine. So it's a teamwork makes the dream work kind of thing. So don't beat up your server, and definitely don't not tip your server when servers. So key thing, maybe a lot of people don't know, but servers work for tips. Like, their 10 hours that they put in every day, yes, it's their job. They choose to do it because they want to interact with people. So what the fuck they want to do? Who cares? But you're coming out, you're getting a service, and the least that you can do, because it's a luxury and you're lazy, you didn't want to cook, you can't cook, you don't want to clean, whatever the excuse is, hey, we all have it, okay? We have our days. We want to treat ourselves, but if we're treating ourselves, we should also treat our server like she's here for, or he is here for, or bartender.
Question, Sister K. What about servers that give different kinds of service? You could be sitting there receiving a certain kind of service, and another customer walks in and receives a different type of service.
Yes, so that is something too, because servers do stereotype, and depending on how you may look, dress, race, or maybe you come in the restaurant all the time and you never tip and you always complain. So servers are human, and it is servers that treat other people not as well as they treat other clients. And we acknowledge, some servers are great and some don't. I'm going to say that. But just like, oh man, I messed up. Like, some servers give great service across the board to excuse me, I'm choking, to all people, regardless of their color, their race, whatever they're dressed like. And then some servers move slower for other people, or sometimes it's not even, you just may feel like you're being treated that way, but the server just may be in the weeds. And the weeds means that the server has so many tables, or the kitchen, or just a guest that is putting them under.
Well, not to really throw you off a topic, I said that because we said that being humble and being kind started, early in age. Mm-hmm. So being a server, you also start off as a child, and you're taught to greet people. You're taught to give a certain type of service. Mm-hmm. If you're making the table or doing the dishes, whatever your service is for the home.
Correct. Yes, and that then plays into growing up and being more tidy and courteous. So some people are natural born like servers, or just happy, people that want to give their gifts and make others happy naturally, and that's what they want to do. And those are people that make great in customer service or just serving tables, bartending, who can really interact and kind of read socially people.
Blunts over bullshit.
Yes, stay lifted. So after work, like, DC is a robust city. Everyone loves happy hour and brunch and just going out to eat overall. And it's like different areas throughout my lifetime have really changed in the city as far as eating, and just a lot of different restaurants, especially on U Street. 14th Street has really evolved and turned into this whole like night scene, which when I was younger, like, really wasn't the spot. Now 8th Street, you know, is really popping. You definitely can't ride down 8th Street without seeing a scene since my whole life, forever. So, but we'll talk about good food and signature things in DC, which is mumbo sauce. Everyone like raves about mumbo sauce, and certain places don't have good mumbo sauce. But what I found out is Clyde's. I support Clyde's. They have, you know, family owned, so it's not like a big, huge corporation. You can find them throughout Maryland, DC, and Virginia, but they have quality, consistent food. And they have this new district chicken that comes with this signature mumbo sauce, which they actually did a pretty good job. It is delicious, I will say.
Are we going to Clyde's tonight? Mumbo sauce?
Yeah, I think we'll go to Clyde's, have some drinks. They have a great late night happy hour, regular happy hour. You know, if you're in and around DC, want to indulge. And they're one of like 5 places that actually serve and stay open late for all my stoners. You have the munchies, want to grab a bite, run out to Clyde's or to the Hamilton or to Old Abbott, which is all under the same umbrella restaurant group, and they will serve you until 2:30, 3:30 on the week, 2:30 on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, into 1:30 on the bar during the weekdays. Food until 12. So you can't really beat that, because you're not going to get that quality of food at that hour, you know. And sometimes we, as busy people, entrepreneurs, you know, all the things under that, moms, dads, just people working, we don't eat, or we go all day and we're like, dang, what can I grab? And no one wants to eat 7-Eleven. Like, please, on to my next segment, right? Stay away, because remember, let's rewind. Last week and the previous weeks, we're talking about the hazards of microwave food and just using the microwave in horrible process. Any quick foods that you can literally go into 7-Eleven and eat, especially like that $5 cardboard box pizza, stay away from it.
Hungry Jack.
Yeah, Hungry Jack is like it's your sodium intake for the year. Like, seriously, just stay away. One meal is your sodium intake for the entire, for real. It's not good for you. It's sodium overload, 0 calories, and
the microwave kills it.
Beyond that, it was already dead, and that's not real meat, and so many other things. Just start Googling ingredients. Like, what is this bullshit in here? And as you do that, you'll learn, and then you can teach the people around you, and then you'll be so shocked. You're like, damn, well, what can I eat? For real, because we've all, even my daughter, she's like, Mom, we can't eat anything. Like, this is depressing. Well, then you start researching what can I eat? So you get a list of foods that are healthy, and you find the ones that you like, and then you start exploring new foods. So it's actually fun, because you get to learn more about yourself. Like, get the book Foods A to B for Your Blood Type. It's awesome. Just like Google it, Amazon has it, and learn, because actually what you eat, you can actually like core your diet for your blood type. And it really makes sense if you do the research. Like, I've read it. It's hard. I'm currently evolving and trying to grow with my health lifestyle. So as I'm teaching and learning and preaching on Blunt Silver Bullshit, I am also elevating my life. So it's not perfect, but we're on a journey. I was a vegetarian / pescatarian, and then I start eating meat again, and then, so it's like jumping rope. So I'm trying to get on the right side of the rope, because once it's like, why do wrong? But it also has to do with your social economic status, what's available around you, which is a lot of bullshit, because people want to do better, but what can you really offer yourself in the state and position you in plays a major part in the choices that you make in life. And sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do, which is the bullshit. You have to bite the bullet and deal with life and keep it moving. But constantly and daily, we should remind ourselves and strive to be better people and to decrease the bullshit and just elevate and stay lifted above all things. We're going to take a short break so I can get my blunt lit and stay lifted. Okay? Yes, and we're back. Definitely feel much better, for real. My blunt went out. I got a little upset. It's a long day, so I smoke less. So I'm just getting around recovering, like, from the day. But long story short, so we're gonna have a Teddy segment because my love for Teddy Roosevelt, as he was one of the greatest presidents of all time, and his legacy will live on through me each and every day. So seriously, so Teddy, he was progressive, and he believed in slashing the corruption, like, in the government. You know what I'm saying? So 1906, Teddy was like, let's cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I see JP Morgan Trust, and I see the Republican bullshit, and he split from the Republican Party because he saw that they were trying to build up these corporations and the industrialization. See, okay, I told y'all, sometimes I slur my words, so you have to pardon me, because when I add the ganja with the talking fast and blah blah blah, sometimes it's too much. So, for real. So, industrialization, okay, yes, immigration, and all those things, Teddy Roosevelt fought in the Progressive Party and wanted to bring people together. So, hey, people of the new millennium, whatever you want to call it, 2018. We are here. Let's be progressive. Let's teach our kids how to be progressive thinkers, and like, research. Pick up a book. My duty as a mother, I get a book. I try to read at least a book a month, and I give myself that as a task, as I also give my daughter. So I'm like, hey, let's go to Sankofa, Black-owned bookstore. Progressive people working here in the city for over 50 plus years. Support, or any bookstore. Support Amazon. It's a buck. Free. They give out free books at Sankofa too, $1 books. Like, even if you go to any university, like, you can pick up free books along the halls or at the library, because they just dispose of books that they don't need. So that's like free knowledge that you could just be giving your kids, and maybe they could pick up a course before they even get to college, and they could learn something they may be interested in, they don't even know about, whatever. That's being progressive, Teddy would have liked that. I try to enable myself, and I like that. So I give myself a book, whatever. Sometimes it's a philosophy book, or just a book about self-help, or just any book. Even a book about Teddy. He's my favorite. Read like 7 of his books. Oh, because you know what? Teddy was a prolific author. He wrote many books. I don't even know how many at this moment, but I've read 7 myself, but so it's much more than that. Yes. He also, which one weird thing about Teddy Roosevelt, because I was about to go totally off track of the agenda. Teddy is so weird because his wife passed away the same day that his mom passed away. So his mother and his first wife died on the same day, which was even ironic. It was Valentine's Day in 1884. So his mother passed away from typhoid fever, because back then, they didn't have the medicine and the technology that they have now. And that's when certain diseases were just running rapid due to
syphilis.
Yeah, that.
Gonorrhea. Craziness. Yeah.
Yellow fever. But typhoid fever was more a smallpox back then, because they came in and set and just started doing a whole lot of stuff. So that's when, disease and things start happening. Long story short, on One floor on the same house, his first wife died in less than 12 hours from Bright's disease and complications to giving birth of their first child, which was Alice, which is my favorite, because she is the reason why the White House is named. She's like, it's just stupid White House, Dad. Like, duh. It was executive mansion or the executive office prior to that, if you did not know. But I mean, how tragic is just seeing the light gone from one person and all in the same house. Just could imagine embodying that day with Teddy. It's just horrific. And overall, that he was not defeated. And even as a kid, he was a cripple. And his father used to push him and he didn't want to go outside. He had asthma. So he overcame a lot. You know, we as people, we can be progressive and we can overcome. It's all about your mental. So mindsets matter. Drop the bullshit, guys. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're telling yourself, whatever you're reading, watching on TV, all of these things really play a part in how you feel about yourself, how you interact in the things that you do. So be ambitious, stay lifted, like research, love yourself. You can heal yourself of any diseases like Teddy did, like for real. Let me name some. It's a lot of other people.
Tell them about grandma.
Oh, my grandmother, she had cancer. And like I said, that's how I know so much also about the microwave and just cutting bullshit out your life. Because they gave her a death sentence. She didn't want to go through with the chemo because chemo is part radiation. And as it's killing your bad cells, it kills your good cells. They know it. It costs you millions, thousands of dollars to go through these treatments, and some people can't afford it, and it's killing you the same time it's so-called healing you. It can't kill you and heal you at the same time. So it's definitely a contradiction. You can heal yourself through medicine, through natural medicine, not the pharmaceuticals, okay? Through the herbs, through the greens, the ganja, through whatever you believe that the earth and nature and the universe has provided. If you don't believe in God, the Almighty, Jesus, or the Lord Savior, however you want to, Allah, whatever God you want to praise, however you believe, the fruits, the vegetables, the herbs. But do your research and just eat more things that are green and not in the microwave. Because Teddy wouldn't like that. And I definitely don't like that bullshit. And after you watch like the previous shows and you found out what the microwave does to you and then you further do research, you shouldn't like that bullshit either because it kills you from the inside out. And why do you want to kill yourself? For quick, nasty, salty food to, the rich man, best believe the man that's making Hungry Man, he's not eating that bullshit, okay?
You know better, you do better. A lot of people don't know better. This simply goes back to being taught. A lot of people were brought up on chicken wings and french fries, and they don't know that that's not a balanced meal at all.
So we're here to teach you, yes, Lifted KK. Follow us on Instagram at Keith Kusher. It's a movement, an upliftment of knowledge, of empowerment. That's what Blunts Over Bullshit is about. We're here to serve, and whatever I know, I try to teach. Each one teach one, Like those juice box Capri Suns, horrible. Don't support, why are we making these people rich? They're not feeding their kids this because they know the hazards. And so we shouldn't support. We could save, how much money you can save? Go on a trip. You could take yourself somewhere you've never been if you cut Doritos, Capri Sun, the microwave, throw it away, donate it, get a toaster oven or just use your oven. Just, be more conventional, more progressive. They survived hundreds of years without all these stupid gadgets. And you know what? They had less diseases And yeah, they had a longer life expectancy. And we can live even longer. Like, run around the park, whatever you got to do. Just love yourself. Increase your knowledge. Wealth, health, equality. Stay lifted. Okay. That's Teddy. And one more thing. Teddy was also like so awesome because he has so many houses all around the world, right? So one place that I still haven't visited is in New York. It's Sagamore House. Visit it. You can do tours there 6 days a week. It's in upstate New York. But one really cool thing, Teddy started the national parks. So that's on one of the national parks land. So you can go there. It's free, of course. And they do tours. And they also have they have 80% of his artifacts that he collected or made throughout his life, as far as books. And he was a hunter, so he collected a lot of like bull's head, bear. He actually got in a fight with a bear before and survived. Yeah, so he has some crazy stories. So if you love adventure and history, pick up one of his books because he can definitely teach you a thing or two.
We should take a field trip.
Yeah.
We should go.
Yes. I love field trips. Traveling is also a great thing to do. And field trips was always my favorite thing as a kid growing up.
Get some footage.
Yeah, we could get some footage. We are working on footage. So last week, case study, where we are working with kids and interacting and what they want from their parents. So my daughter's doing a poll at her school and with her friends, and we're putting something together. So keep in touch. Well, I'll keep you in touch, so whatever. Just tune in. You'll find out. So thanks, Teddy, for being such an awesome, progressive president. Bully. That was one of his terms, the Bull Moose Party. So that was his progressive movement. And we'll definitely be back next week with more Teddy facts, of course. Yes. Blunts over bullshit. Always dropping knowledge. Cut out the bullshit. You get it, right? Yes. All right. So, another thing that we're going to address tonight before we close out is women and our hygiene and men and their hygiene. Mm-hmm. It is a very sensitive topic, okay? And even growing up, like, what are we teaching our kids? Because we always want to tune in with the kids. Because growing up, this is when you really learn, like, going through puberty, like, oh, my God, I stink, Like, for real. You start smelling stuff you never smelled. You're like, this is so, especially during the humid, hot time, you have to bathe and wash properly, especially after activities, like anything sport, anything outside conducive.
Ballerina.
Yes. Ballerina. So us as women especially, it's like an etiquette. As a lady, you really want to smell good from the inside out. So that deals with what you eat. Everything's tied together. It's just so amazing how life works. So if you're drinking water, which is our daily tip of the day, when you wake up, drink a bottle or glass of water before you do anything. Jumpstarts your metabolism, your brain, cleanses, detox, all of that. But it's going to keep you fluid. And then throughout the day, you want to drink more water. You can alkaline the water by adding fresh fruits, cucumber, mint, lemon, etc. we posted on our Instagram
Yes.
a nice water detox and several ways that you can do that. But this is going to keep you, not dry down in the special parts. But also it's going to help your mouth, and your breath with staying clean and not being, funky. So also like taking mints, they have natural mints, or just chewing on some fresh mint, which is very good for your digestive system and for cleansing your mouth. Rinsing, down there with special. So you can make a concoction, or you can research, or you can go to Blue Nile and find natural cleanses. Because honestly, if you ask your doctor, and even if you read the back of like douching, which that is bullshit. You should never put like anything, you shouldn't use douche. It's not good. It just totally throws off your pH balance. Let's be real. Because on Bunts Over Bullshit, we talk about everything. So we gonna get to the real stuff, and this is one of the real things, ladies. Because men, they don't want to go,
nowhere near.
Right. When you smelling. And even women, we turn up our noses if we smell. We like, what are you doing? Even when we go in the bathroom. And that's another thing. That's the bullshit. Oh my gosh. So totally off into another thing. And we can get back next week into the BO. But one of my pet peeves, and I really just don't understand, and maybe somebody can help me in the world. Why is the women's bathroom so trifling? Like everywhere you go, especially out in the public, like it's just like people are so inconsiderate, and they're just like, let me just trash this place because it's not mine. No, and fuck no. Like it's the worst thing that you can do. And karma, somebody, like for real, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you if I see it, because it's gross. Like you just leave your tampons, your tissue, your pee on the toilet. You don't flush it. Like it's your shit. It's your pee. It's your feces. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like own it, wipe it. Because no one else, like the duty of someone else, like it's horrible.
Y'all go to bathroom together. We all spend so much time in there. We wouldn't think that it smells. And
I'm tired of going in the bathroom and cleaning up other people's shit, because I don't want to even use the toilet. And sometimes, and I have a pee problem. So like I be having a like, oh my God, I gotta go. And then I can't go when it's other, so I'm constantly finding myself literally cleaning a public restroom. Like I don't want to do it, but I feel like sometimes it's my duty. So you know what I'm saying? So please, women, let's just be more courteous of the next person, the next human being, whether it's a woman, man, shem, whoever, whatever. But it's like no one wants to clean up someone else's shit unless it's your child and maybe your man. But even, we don't even want to do that for real. So we do it because, we do it because we do it. But I'm just saying, let's not even go there. Okay, how about that? I'll say that. I'll shut up on that because, yeah. So, please, if you use the toilet, clean up.
Be courteous.
Yes, be courteous. Just think about the next sister or brother. Maybe it's your mother, sister or brother, or not. But even if it's not, like, please, just.
If you weren't taught these things, teach your kids.
Yes, please.
Learn
them today, because somebody just may go off one day and slap. And like some days I'll be like, when the GT, just like for real, go ham, just run over everybody. This turning slow, like all these people walking in front of a green light. You for GP, I want to hit you for real.
Pedestrians do have
That's the bullshit.
Right away.
So
next week,
like for real, it's wrong. But I will. So this is one of my bullshit things. Just Don't jump out in front of my car because you may get hit.
Blunt silver bullshit.
I hit people. It's like, nah, I don't hit people. I'm not going to say that. I don't. It was just really just a joke. I've never hit anyone.
Instagram at Lifted KK. Instagram at Keith Kusher.
Yes. Tune in for the good vibes. Stay lifted above all things. Catch us next Wednesday, Power Hour Sheesh. We're going to have some free samples of several things. So join us. Peace and love.